Aleea Rania Abdulmuhmin from Bsed English 2B. In this week, I will be discussing to you the Module 9 in Literature 1, which is the Modern Fantasy. So, in Modern Fantasies, the first one is we have is the A Christmas Carol. So, in A Christmas Carol, it is a timeless classic written by Charles Dickens. It tells a story of Ebenezer Scrooge, a miserly old man who visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and yet to come, leading to his transformation into a kinder, more generous person. Charles Dickens was the most famous and influential novelist of the Victorian era, born in February 7, 1812, in Portsmouth, um, England. Dickens rose the prominence with works like Oliver Twist, David Copperfield, Great Expectations, and of course A Christmas Carol. He wrote the numerous novel and shorter works often highlights social injustice um, and the plight of the poor in Victorian society. So the next one we have is the Alice Adventures in the Wonderland. So in Alice Adventures in the Wonderland, it is a classic novel as well, written by Lewis Carroll. The Doom of this Charles Lutwidge Dodgson, published in 1865. The story follows a young girl named Alice who falls down a rabbit hole into a fantastical world populated by peculiar creatures. And nonsensical situation, Lewis Carroll's was the pen name of the Charles Lutwidge Dodgson, an English author, mathematician, and a logician, born in January 27, 1832, in Daresbury, England. Carroll is the best known for his imaginative literature works, particularly Alice Adventures in the Wonderland and its sequels. Through the Looking Glass, rather. Besides being a writer, Carroll was also a talented photographer and a respected scholar in the mathematics and logic of the Oxford University. Bridge to Teretibia is a poignant children's novel written by Catherine Patterson. First published in 1977, the story revolves around the friendship between Jess Aarons, a young boy living in a rural Virginia, and Leslie Brooke, a new girl in town. Catherine Patterson is an um, is a American author of children's and young adult literature, born on October 31, 1932, in China to missionary parents. She spent much of her childhood in various countries before settling in the United States. Patterson's diverse cultural experience have influenced her writings, which often explores themes of identity, family, and social issues. So the next one we have is the Chronicles of Narnia. It is a series of seven fantasy novels written by Lewis. The series, which begin with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, published in 1950, follows the adventures of children who are magically transported to a land of Narnia, where they encounter talking animals, mythical creatures, and epic battles between good and evil. Um, Clive Staples Lewis, known as C.S. Lewis, was a British writer, scholar, and a theologian, born on November 29, 1898, in Belfast, Ireland. He is the best known for his works of fiction, particularly on the Chronicles of Narnia series, as well as the Christian apologetics and philosophical writings. Lewis was educated at Oxford University, where he later became a professor of English literature. So the next one we have is Peter Pan. As we all know, Peter Pan is a classic children's novel written by J.M. Barrie, first performed as a play in 1904. The story follows an adventure of Peter Pan, a mischievous boy who can fly and never grows up. J.M. Barrie's born in May 9, 1860 in Creamier, Scotland, was a Scottish author and a playwright best known for creating Peter Pan and one of the most beloved characters in children's literature. Barry began his career as a journalist and a later transmitted to writing novels and um, plays. His most famous works were Peter Pan was first introduced in 1904 stage play Peter Pan or The Boy Who Wouldn't Grow Up. So we have the next one is we have Harry Potter is a globally renowned fantasy book series written by British author J.K. Rowling. The series follows the life and adventures of a young um, wizard Harry Potter and his friends her his friends Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley, who are students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Rowling, whose full name is Joanne Rowling, is a British author best known for creating the Harry Potter series, born on July 31, 1965 in Gloucester in England. Rowling initially struggled as a single mother before finding success as a writer. So that's all for the Module 9, and I hope you guys learned something from this video presentation about the modern fantasy.